Day 14 TDR. I always find the day before weigh day really easy peasy because I don't want to do anything that's going to impact weigh day. Not that I do anything anyway when I'm on plan, because I commit to it 100%. But yeah, I've been very busy with clients all day, and I have my personal trainer today. And she noticed a difference. She said, "You're definitely looking like you've lost it in your face, so that's a good thing." So all going well today, really. I've had, I think I mentioned yesterday in my video, I've had a little bit of breakthrough pain, and I'm still getting that. But instead of, what I've done is I've flipped the thoughts around it, because I was starting to get a bit like, oh no, here we go, and am I going to have to stop this and restart my indomethacin, and etc., etc. And I was starting to spiral downwards. But actually what I've done is I've thought to myself, well, I've had 2 weeks pain-free, and that's a really, really good thing. And if this is as good as it gets and I have to start taking paracetamol and then onto the indomethacin, that's okay, because last time it was 6 weeks, and maybe the next round will be 6 weeks again. So I'm not catastrophizing it. I'm just thinking I'll just do what I can. And so that feels a lot better. The other thing I've been doing is I've been really, really focusing on being kind to myself. I've been going through a bit of a process these last few days of looking at my anger and my sadness, and sort of that not fairness that's been going on for me. And a lot of that has part of that has been coming to terms with the fact that I have to take responsibility for the fact that even though these drugs have caused weight gain, I still allowed that to happen. And I did stop weighing myself because it was just too depressing, so I wasn't facing what was going on and the real reality for me. And I also, instead of being much firmer with my calorie control, I almost did the complete opposite. And it wasn't that I was just eating anything. What I did was I said to myself, I need to fill myself with really healthy food so that I can fight whatever this is that I've got going on for me. And that was kind of my justification. And I can see that now in hindsight. I can see that what I was doing was using food, albeit very healthy food. That's the way I eat now, and I don't tend to eat sweets and cakes very often, or that sort of thing. I tend to be quite high protein, lots of vegetables, and just I do follow the Harvard Healthy Eating Plate as much as possible, and I used to fast a lot. So I don't. I wasn't just eating loads of very unhealthy foods. I was eating very healthy foods like nuts and seeds, and like I said, just like I described. But what I wasn't doing was making a note of, or knowing, I know what my TDEE, my total daily energy expenditure, for those who don't know, that's how much you need to just maintain. I wasn't making a note of or keeping an eye on that, and then really, really monitoring, even though this food was really healthy. I just said to myself, it's all healthy stuff and I need to eat it to fight this. And that was my justification for being able to eat it. And I can see now, looking back, that that was all to do with not wanting to let go of something that was helping me cope with an incredibly difficult time. And I'm kind of looking back on that now, instead of with anger. I'm thinking, you know what, that was my way of trying to help me to cope at a really, really challenging time of my life. And that way of thinking, it doesn't take away responsibility or accountability, but it's making me feel like I can move forwards with compassion and self-care, and really, really look at what it means to truly look after yourself. Because although I was eating lots of very healthy foods, I wasn't exactly eating to my calorie limit, and so it's no wonder I put weight on, particularly if these drugs affect metabolism even more. So that's been quite an important thing for me to face, and to really, really take full responsibility, and that allows me to now move forward. So I'm feeling in quite a good place, really, to the point where I think that instead of worrying about when I go back on the indomethacin in however many weeks' time that's going to be, I'm actually thinking now of how I can make sure that I stay in control. And start monitoring those calories again, keep weighing myself every week, keep doing my measurements, and then adjust accordingly. So that's a good place to be.